yard.
Not me. I ain't getting involved. I don't want my name calling people's story.
You rather know those children get abused before you do something to stop it or prevent.
That is not my concern. I just feel like I see nothing, hear nothing. I am not getting involved.
Ring the Child Care and Protection Hotline. Them people know how to deal with it. You don't have to give them your name.
Call the Child Care and Protection Agency hotline on 227-0979. Children need adults to protect them. Don't let them down.
Attention, attention. This is not a drill. It's hotter than a fire alarm. Are you brave enough for the only real hot and spicy in Guyana? Introducing the Royal Castle Hot and Spicy. Fresh, never frozen chicken, seasoned to perfection to set your taste buds on fire. Royal Castle flavor down to the bone. We're not responsible for the flames or tears. Visit your local Royal Castle today.
It's the most wonderful time of the year, and we've got the most wonderful deals. Get the perfect gift from Digicel. Grab the Samsung A05 for just $17,900, the A25 for $37,900, or treat yourself to the S24 Ultra for only $205,000. And that's not all. Every phone comes with a free 30-day data plan. Don't wait. These holiday savings won't last forever. Visit your nearest Digicel store today. Digicel, the network for everyone, everywhere.
Your top stories this evening, sponsored by Courts, bringing value home. Appointment of Chief Justice and Chancellor of the Judiciary, still to be resolved, says President Ali. 19-year-old bandit shot dead during attempted robbery, while his 16-year-old accomplice arrested. And another fire destroys 3 buildings, leaving several persons homeless. HGP Nightly News begins now. Good evening to our viewers here in Guyana and online. I'm Travis Chase with the Tuesday, December 31, 2024 edition of the HGP Nightly News. Happy New Year to all our viewers. Antonio Day will open our broadcast this evening, and he will tell us that amid questions regarding the non-confirmation of Guyana's substantive Chief Justice and Chancellor of the Judiciary, Head of State Irfan Ali says that this situation is being looked at.
At a year-end press conference, this was a response given by Head of State Irfan Ali, as was asked about the non-confirmation of Justices Yannick Cummins Edwards and Roxanne George as Chancellor of Judiciary and Chief Justice.
As President, the issue of the Chancellor and Chief Justice is one that is being continuously looked at. It's not that we don't have a Chancellor and Chief Justice now. We do have a Chancellor and Chief Justice acting, just like we had a Commissioner of Police acting for a period.
Justices Cummins Edwards and George were respectively appointed acting Chancellor of the Judiciary and Chief Justice back in 2017, weeks after the retirement of then acting Chancellor Karl Singh, who was also never confirmed, despite having served for 12 years. Guyana has not had a substantive Chief Justice since Justice Desiree Bernard was elevated to the post of Chancellor in 2001, and no substantive Chancellor since Justice Bernard stepped down from the bench here in 2005. President Ali, however, agreed that indeed this process has to be followed.
I didn't invent the situation of the acting Chancellor and Chief Justice, but yes, I take the point that, we have to move ahead with this.
In accordance with Article 128(1) of the Constitution, judges other than the Chancellor and the Chief Justice are to be appointed by the President, who shall act in accordance with the advice of the Judicial Service Commission. At a press conference on Saturday held by the Ministry of Legal Affairs, Attorney General Anna Nandalal, when asked about the appointments of Justices Cummins Edwards and George, gave this response.
That's a presidential decision, and the President will make that decision at the appropriate time.
Executive member of the Alliance for Change, Kemraj Ramjatan, however, raked the Attorney General over the coals amid this response and called for his resignation.
If in a very major matter like this, the Attorney General can't deal with the President of the day, then he should resign.
Antonio Day reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
Compared to previous years, Guyana has had a major increase in rice production. This is according to Minister of Agriculture, Zulfikar Mustafa, at the ministry's end-of-year press conference. This story from Daisy Richards.
On Monday, the Ministry of Agriculture held its end-of-year press conference where various achievements in the sector were highlighted. Minister of Agriculture Zulfikar Mustafa, in his presentation, said that Guyana has made significant strides in rice production.
Rice production reached a record high of 725,282 metric tons, January to December 2024. This is a record-breaking production since the introduction of rice production in our country. We have surpassed the 700,000 ton mark.
The minister also added that the country has also seen an increase in exportation of rice and a number of new markets have been acquired.
We have exported 425,490 tons of rice and byproduct to 30 countries with a value of $254,036,050 United States dollars from January to December.
He added that there have also been several rice varieties developed in Guyana.
For this year, 2024, we have developed a new variety, the GRDB18, with a yield potential of 7 to 9 tons per hectare. This was launched in October of 2024.
Since 2020, the Agriculture Ministry has released 3 new varieties of rice that have various nutrients. For HGP Nightly News, I am Daisy Richards.
2 companies that were controversially contracted to build pump stations at Bellevue and Port Droyne on the west bank of Demerara received a stern warning from Agriculture Minister Zulfikar Mustafa. Here again is Antonio Day.
Minister of Agriculture Zulfikar Mustafa voiced his displeasure with the delays impacting the 2 pump stations at Bellevue and Port Droyne along the west bank of Demerara. He raised these concerns during a year-end press briefing held at the Ministry of Agriculture's Georgetown office in Regent Street.
And I am hoping, I have met with the contractor, with the chairman of NDIA. I have read the Riot Act. I say that we are not giving any extension.
The work related to these 2 initiatives are significant deliverables to meet their respective deadlines in July for Port Droyne and September for Bellevue. Spectre Construction Inc. was given the contract for Port Droyne, while Tipui Group Inc. was given to Bellevue project. Neither of the 2 contractors had previously constructed a pump station, and Nightly News' recent site visits to the locations revealed that little work had been completed. Mustafa said unequivocally that these projects must be finished by the deadlines or else sanctions will be applied.
We will, what we did with other projects, implement liquidated damage, and they have to complete it during the period. So I'm hoping to ensure that happens.
The 2023 Auditor General's report, which was tabled before the National Assembly, had noted that the award for the construction of Bellevue Pump Station, Region 3, was made by the National Procurement and Tender Administration Board for $870.5 million, against an engineer's estimate of $779.1 million. Antonio Day reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
Thank you, Antonio, for your reporting. Stay with us. There is more news ahead.
Welcome to SNL Electrical Inc., where lighting and electrical needs are met with expertise and style. From the latest in electrical lamps to durable cables, circuit breakers, panels, we have it all. Illuminate your space with our elegant chandeliers, stunning crystal lights, and versatile pole lights. Looking to upgrade your comfort? Explore top-of-the-line AC units and our diverse selections of stylish styles. Visit us at 170-180 Thomas Street, Kitty, Georgetown. Discover solution that not only lights up your world but transforms it. Call us on telephone number 226-3018 or 223-1634. SNL Electrical Inc. powering your life with elegance, quality, and care.
It's the most wonderful time of the year, and we've got the most wonderful deals. Get the perfect gift from Digicel. Grab the Samsung A05 for just $17,900, the A25 for $37,900, or treat yourself to the S24 Ultra for only $205,000. And that's not all. Every phone comes with a free 30-day data plan. Don't wait. These holiday savings won't last forever. Visit your nearest Digicel store today. Digicel, the network for everyone, everywhere.
With us here in the HGP Nightly News. With the police now, a midday exchange of gunfire has resulted in one bandit in cold storage and another will break the new year behind bars. More details in this report. An afternoon robbery at a Chinese-owned restaurant on Dennis Street in Sophia ended in the death of a 19-year-old bandit and the arrest of a 16-year-old accomplice. Based on CCTV footage viewed by police, the owners of the restaurant were inside their business place around midday Tuesday when three gunmen walked in and demanded cash. A security guard attached to a private security firm observed that there was a robbery in progress and engaged the teen bandits. An off-duty policeman who was also in the vicinity promptly responded to the scene and traded bullets with the teen bandits. Owner of the establishment, who prefers her identity withheld, recounted hearing the commotion from her bedroom.
I was upstairs lying down, and I heard the bang. So I got up and I peeped to my window, but I didn't see anything. So when I was about going to the veranda, I hear somebody saying, "Pass the effing money." So I was like, I put on my top and I come downstairs. But when I come, I ain't see nobody.
Late Tuesday afternoon, sources familiar with the investigation told the Nightly News that police are in search of a third bandit who reportedly rode away from the scene when gunshots rang out. Sources say that he escaped with the firearm used during the attempted robbery.
The already was inside. And I hear another shot. That's when the guard shot at somebody.
The security guard who shot the person, he works here or he works at another establishment?
He works at another establishment.
In this area?
Yeah.
Right. And you saw three men or two?
I ain't seen none of them.
You didn't see any of them? But did you venture into the shop?
No, I didn't go in.
The dead bandit has been identified only as 19-year-old Eric of Red Road, Sophia, while the 16-year-old bandit has been identified as Sean Duncan of Beefield, Sophia. Duncan reportedly told police that it was his dead partner in crime who had been planning the robbery since the opening of the restaurant almost 1 week ago. The 16-year-old bandit, who is held by police, is expected to be questioned further after he's examined by doctors at the Georgetown Public Hospital. He reportedly sustained an injury to his right foot. Travis Chase, HGP Nightly News. A fire early Tuesday morning destroyed 3 buildings on Norton and Louisa Row, leaving several persons homeless. The fire service was blamed for not responding in a timely manner. Daisy Richards reports.
The early morning fire on Norton St and Louisa Row has left several people homeless, including an elderly woman. A neighbor who witnessed the entire ordeal explained that he was alerted by commotion happening outside his home.
And by the time I could able to look outside, the whole building was engulfed. We're trying to get the fire service. There's no answer. The machine was on.
The man said the buildings owned by overseas-based Guyanese could have been saved if the fire service had responded in a timely manner.
When they came, one tanker came, and by the time the fuel run out, the water run out, they had to put the pump into the canal to get water, and they couldn't even find the key to start the pump. So they delay more again. It's a poor situation.
He called on President Irfan Ali to look into the situation as it has been happening one too many times.
Why we cannot get about 6 fuel tankers with the truck to fetch water to avoid the situation? We cannot live in a country like this. We'll blast them in.
There were approximately 5 persons who lived in the burnt buildings who have lost all of their belongings. For HGP Nightly News, I am Daisy Richards.
One state official on record says that he's not interested in the postponed Wales Gas to Energy project and is more focused on its intended purposes, despite opposition parties, such as the Alliance for Change, complaining about the delayed start and the absence of feasibility studies. Find out more from Antonio Day.
This is a vindication of all that we've been saying all along. Their focus on whether the project would be done on time or delayed a bit. It does not matter for me. What matters for me is that the project is being implemented.
That was General Secretary of the People's Progressive Party Civic Bar Jagdio during a press briefing last Friday. A technological anonymous source told Nightly News that Mr. Jagdio is unsure of what he's talking about because when budgetary allocations for projects that are delayed, the cost will inflate. If a project is estimated to cost $2 billion, just imagine when it is delayed, you will now have to put aside additional expenses to cater for technical mishaps or supply chain impediments, said the person who asked that his name not be used. Earlier this year, Winston Brassington, head of the GTE project task force, stated that the end of 2025 was the possible time frame for this undertaking. Brassington claimed that supply chain snags and construction delays are among the many reasons for the timeline postponement. The pipeline, power, NGL, natural gas liquids, plant and transmission lines, substations make up the 3 parts of the GTE project. Last week, in a press statement by the government, a loan to the tune of $526 million for the Wales Gas to Energy project has been approved by the United States Exim Bank. The government will be able to recover expenses it has already incurred since the project started, thanks to the retroactive financing included in the Exim Bank's funding. Jagdio addressed concerns raised about the seemingly huge sum borrowed.
Some people are saying, why did we need to borrow for this project? I want to remind them that this project will cost about $2 billion.
He claims that the Exim Bank loan only represents around 25% of the mega project's total cost. He clarified that the remaining project fund comes from the local sources and a unique agreement with ExxonMobil for the pipeline component.
So it's not 100% of the project. The rest is financed from our own resources and through an arrangement with ExxonMobil on the pipeline. Oil revenue is just 30% of the total budget. Funds only total 30% of the total budgetary expenditure.
However, AFC Chairman David Patterson stated that by the time the gas to energy project is ready to provide power to the nation, the country's electricity sector will be totally mismanaged, resulting in losses amounting to $373.6 million. The former Minister of Public Infrastructure, who oversaw the power sector from 2015 to 2020, said in a statement on Saturday that the government has now engaged in a number of careless spending initiatives to hide its ineptitude. He contended the gas to power project in Wales, which the PPP claimed that the single greatest transformation project in the nation's history, had a 2-year completion date and $810 million project budget, which meant that it was expected to be finished by 2024. The Wales Gas to Energy project is expected to reduce electricity costs by 50%. Antonio Day reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
There is more news ahead. Stay with us.
Planning a cleanup? We can help. Sevon's Waste Management skip bins can be provided for home renovation projects, yard cleanup, or construction project. It's simple. Step 1, give us a call. Step 2, we put down the bin. Step 3, load it up with all of your junk. Step 4, we take it away. That's simple. Bins are also available in various sizes, so there is no job that is too big or too small. Call Sevon's Waste Management today at 218-1455.
Did you know that Guyana has produced 500 million barrels of oil in less than 5 years? Production currently stands at approximately 650,000 barrels per day and is expected to reach 1.2 million barrels daily by 2027. Driving Guyana's future prosperity.
GCOM will be conducting a claims and objections exercise commencing January 2, 2025 to produce an official list of electors, OLE. If you will be 18 years or over by December 31, 2024, and you are a Guyanese citizen by birth, descent, or naturalization, or a citizen from a Commonwealth country living in Guyana for 1 year or more, you are eligible for inclusion in the OLE. GCOM has posted the preliminary list of electors, PLE, in all of the registration divisions across Guyana for you to check if you are listed and if so, whether your particulars are accurate. If you have changed your address since you were registered, you need to visit the GCOM registration office responsible for your new area of residence to apply for a transfer. Wednesday, January 15, 2025 is the last day you can apply for a transfer during this exercise. For more information, contact the GCOM on 2250-278-9 or visit www.gcom.org.gy.
Visit Gaffur's Ironmongery Department for all your building needs. Bolts and nuts, zinc-plated, high tensile, anchor bolts and threaded rods. Package nails for your convenience, screws for wood, metal, and concrete. Building a fence, we've got cast iron railheads and decorative fencing, gate slides and pivots, laser and barbed wire. For your carpentry needs, we stock tight bond, wood glues, and Evo stick, hasps and staples, hinges, butts, catches and brackets, and a wide selection of modern design cupboard handles and knobs. Secure your property and loved ones with quality Yale products such as padlocks, available in several sizes and types, knobs, lever, deadlocks, and decorative door locks. Moving heavy loads is easy with gas to wheels and hand trucks that cater for any job. For construction, we've got scaffolding along with ladders, multi-purpose, extended, fiberglass, and step ladders too. For everything you need under one roof, it's Gaffur's, the name you can trust.
Welcome back to the HGP Nightly News. Tiana Cole will tell us now that the Georgetown Public Hospital Corporation has reported 8 maternal deaths and 41 neonatal deaths for 2024, the lowest figures recorded in recent years. This announcement was made during the hospital's annual year-end press conference, which reviewed achievements, challenges, and future goals.
Robbie Rambaran, Chief Executive Officer of GPHC, stated that the hospital exceeded its previous record set in 2023. He highlighted the significance of achieving these historically low rates. In 2023, the hospital saw 10 maternal deaths compared to 8 in 2024.
Last year, we boasted that in the history of Georgetown Hospital, we had the lowest maternal death ever. We boasted as well that it was the year that we had the lowest ever neonatal death ever in the history of Georgetown Hospital.
Rambaran added that, with regard to neonatal deaths, the hospital recorded 41 in 2024 compared to 83 in 2023.
Last year, the end of last year, we had 10 maternal deaths. This year we have 8.
Dr. Navendranath Rambaran, Director of Medical and Professional Services, explained that most of the maternal deaths recorded were indirectly caused by pre-existing or pregnancy-aggravated conditions. He credited targeted interventions and strengthened maternal care systems for this improvement.
This is due through targeted interventions, enhanced maternal care, and strengthened systems, one which the admin and the departments have really worked at over the last 2 years.
Meanwhile, Dr. Somi Scott, Acting Director of the Neonatal Intensive Care Unit, NICU, reported a 50% reduction in neonatal deaths compared to 2023. The hospital recorded 41 neonatal deaths out of 954 admissions in 2024, down from 83 deaths in 2023. Dr. Scott attributed this success to sustained training, new equipment acquisition, and a multidisciplinary approach to patient management.
This significant achievement is a result of our sustained efforts in strengthening training and education initiatives, acquiring new equipment, and adopting a multidisciplinary approach to patient management.
Also speaking at the press conference was Dr. Radha Sukraj, consultant in obstetrics and gynecology. She highlighted the collaborative efforts that reduce maternal deaths, particularly among patients referred from other facilities.
We offer the best care possible with collaboration with all the departments that were involved to provide the best care possible. There were 79 near misses. This meant that 79 women were saved from being demised.
Tianako reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
Still at the GPHC, and you will hear that the corporation provided medical care to more than 60,000 patients in 2024, with 14,100 admissions and 7,300 referrals. Despite its growing demands, the hospital has maintained efficiency, as detailed during its end-of-year press conference. Here again is Tianako.
During the briefing, Dr. Zulfikar Bucks, head of the Accident and Emergency Department, revealed that motor vehicles accident victims made up 5% of the hospital's caseload, with 2,698 individuals treated for collision-related injuries. Additionally, GPHC handled 96 sexual assault cases this year, reflecting a 14% reduction compared to 2023. However, interpersonal violence cases saw a 15% uptick in the numbers to 2,246.
In terms of interpersonal violence, we've had a 15% increase from 2023. We're currently at 2,246 cases.
He added that the hospital was able to successfully execute over 8,000 surgeries this year, with a total of 2,216 elective surgeries executed, 169 joint replacement surgeries, 2,207 general surgeries, 158 neurological procedures, 274 pediatric surgeries, 16 renal transplant, and 9 brain tumor surgeries, among others.
This is the only emergency department in the country that has emergency specialist nurses, emergency specialist doctors, 24/7, 365.
The head of the Accident and Emergency Department highlighted some of the challenges faced by the hospital due to limited staffing and bed capacity. Despite the increase in patient numbers from 37,000 in 2020 to 60,000 in 2024, GPHC's resources remain unchanged, with only 18 beds in the emergency department.
We have not increased our bed capacity. So we've managed to done where we were doing in 2020, about 37,000 patients. We're now at 60,000 patients, with not much in terms of improving our staff capacity or improving our space capacity. So that shows the amount of, but at the same time, we basically improve our efficiency and effectiveness in care.
However, Dr. Box expressed some trepidation about sustaining these numbers in 2025 and 2026 without additional space and staff.
We will have to look at space. We will have to look at how we improve our morale in the department, and of course, increase the numbers of staff that we have. And that basically gives you an idea of the challenges we're facing. We do not have enough space.
Currently, the average waiting time for emergency services at a GPHC is around 58 minutes per patient.
From the time you come to the door to the time you leave or you get admitted, it's currently at 4 hours and 3 minutes. For a level 5 center, anywhere in the world, we're currently above average. Even at US standards, we're above average with our waiting time.
Tiana reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
Your regional news is up next.
They stop Peter, I don't go away when y'all don't eat food, you know. Y'all got fair wash your place because I did my nails. When is somebody going to make a nice cake? Is my good cake on upon the same?
Madam, I got a call from the people in the community and they said you are disturbing the peace. You're smelling up the place and you're doing something, but your food always seems to smell good.
Peppies, you get it best on these things.
These things just make you cook good. I want these things and I'll carry them for evidence.
Where the bother you?
Peppies, we put the pep back into your kitchen.
And you?
GCOM is currently conducting a claims and objections exercise to produce an official list of electors, OLE. Anyone who will be 18 years or over by December 31, 2023 and is a Guyanese citizen by birth, descent or naturalization, or a citizen from a Commonwealth country living in Guyana for 1 year or more is eligible for inclusion in the OLE. GCOM has posted a preliminary list of electors, PLE, at popular locations in all the registration divisions across Guyana for you to check whether your particulars or that of other electors are accurate. You can object to anyone who you believe does not qualify for inclusion in the OLE. To do so, you must be listed in the same divisional list as the person you are objecting to. Visit the GCOM registration office responsible for your area of residence to make an objection. The objections aspect of this exercise will end on Monday, the 22nd of January 2024. For more information, contact the GCOM on 225-0278-9 or visit www.gcom.org.gy.
Our luxury transportation company is seeking a highly motivated and customer-focused call center representative to join our dynamic team. We're looking for an energetic, exceptional communicator to handle all incoming calls, provide top-notch customer service, responding to the needs of customers, capable of selling and giving information on our services. Requirements: college graduate, 1+ year of customer service experience, call center preferred, excellent communication, listening, and problem-solving skills, ability to work in a fast-paced environment, computer skills, fast learning on computer software a must, paying top salary for the right individual. This is a full-time position. You must have experience before applying. Please email your resume. For more info, call VJ on 623-9523.
In today's fast-paced world of modern finance, with its many options and opportunities, you will need good advice and help getting value for your money. Hand-in-hand trust is the way to go. From owning your own home or business with our residential and commercial mortgages to drive a new car with a vehicle loan, we'll help you realize your dreams. You can also access investment deposit accounts, share brokerage services, personal trust, thrift and pension plan trusteeship, property management, investment portfolio management, safe deposit boxes, the convenience of our Cambio, Western Union, and Bill Express services. Hand-in-hand trust for financial services and more. Helping you get the most out of your financial resources and your life.
Good evening and welcome to Tuesday's edition of the Regional News. The Emergency Powers Regulations 2024 has been officially published, outlining the rights and responsibilities of citizens and law enforcement during the state emergency declared on Monday. The declaration comes in response to recent murders and escalating gang violence that pose a threat to public safety. Among the provisions is the implementation of a gun amnesty. The regulation states that individuals who surrender firearms, ammunition, or explosives during the prescribed amnesty period, in accordance with an official order, will not face prosecution under the Firearms Act or related regulations for illegally acquiring, possessing, or purchasing these items before or during the surrender. Additionally, the Defense Force has been granted police powers. According to the regulations, members of the Defense Force, when acting under the instruction of the commander of a superior officer, are authorized to perform duties typically assigned to police officers. Their actions in accordance with the regulations or related orders are deemed equivalent to the performance of police duties. The regulations also grant police officers the power to conduct searches without a warrant. Officers are permitted to enter and search premises as well as stop and search vessels, vehicles, or individuals, whether in public or private, if they suspect evidence related to certain offenses may be found. The use of force is allowed if necessary, and any evidence discovered during these searches can be seized. Venezuelan Attorney General Tariq Saab said on Monday that 413 more people arrested over election protests are to be freed, taking the total number of prisoners released to 1,369. In recent weeks, Saab has announced a series of releases of groups of more than 2,000 people who were arrested for taking part in protests after the July election. Hundreds of migrants waited in long lines outside an immigration office in southern Mexico on Monday, hoping to secure safe passage north and enter the United States legally before President-elect Donald Trump take office in January. Trump plans to end President Joe Biden's humanitarian programs, including one that allows migrants in parts of Mexico to make an appointment on a U.S. government app known as CBP One to approach the port of entry and enter the U.S. legally. The Mexican government runs a program of busing migrants with confirmed CBP One appointments from southern Mexico to the northern border, seeking to protect them from gangs and organized crime groups that extort and kidnap migrants traveling across the country. On Monday, migrants in the southern Mexican city waited to secure seats on these buses and expressed relief that they've managed to land one of the coveted CBP One appointments for early January before Trump takes office on the 20th. The Mexican government's buses generally run 2 or 3 times a week, transporting migrants over 1,000 miles north to Mexican border cities. Hundreds of thousands of migrants have been able to enter the U.S. legally and access work permits as a result of the CBP One and the other Biden humanitarian programs. Thank you for watching. I am Tiana Cole.
Appointment of Chief Justice and the Chancellor of the Judiciary still to be resolved, says President Ali. 19-year-old bandit shot dead during attempted robbery, while his 16-year-old accomplice has been arrested. And another fire destroys 3 buildings, leaving several homeless. Those are our major headlines. For these stories and more, please go to our website. It's www.hgptv.com. I'm Travis Chase. It was a pleasure being with you here for 2024. We look forward to seeing more of you in 2025. Goodbye for now.